If you've kept up with the latest news in the astronomy world, you will have seen the many images taken by the new James Webb Space Telescope. Some of them are of these mesmerizingly beautiful images of nebulae, jaw-dropping photos that are difficult to wrap your head around. But what is a nebula, and how are they formed? There are actually many different types of nebulae. We'll talk about a few of them in this video. They can be found in what is called the interstellar medium. This is the vast, seemingly endless space between the stars. A nebula is a giant cloud of hydrogen atoms and cosmic dust. They are often star-forming regions, areas in space where stars are first created. Matter starts to clump together, and due to the increase in mass, it attracts more matter until it eventually becomes massive enough to form a star. They can also be formed when a star dies, completing the life cycle of a star. They come in all shapes and sizes. Nebulae tend to be extremely large compared to our tiny solar system. Some can be hundreds of light years in diameter. Because of their massive size, they actually have a very low density. The average vacuum chamber on Earth has a higher particle density than a nebula. A section of a nebula the size of the Earth would weigh only a few grams. We'll talk about three main types in this video: Supernova Remnant Nebula, Planetary Nebula, and H2 or Diffuse Nebula. Supernova Remnant Nebula form like the name suggests. High-mass stars, much larger than our Sun, go supernova at the end of their life. This leaves behind a huge cloud of gas that becomes a nebula, as well as possibly a neutron star or black hole. The Crab Nebula is a great example of this. Planetary nebulae are similar due to the fact that they are created at the end of a star's life. When a lower mass star, like our Sun, dies, it expands into a red giant, then the outer layers of gas slowly cool and dissipate, leaving behind a nebula with a white dwarf star. They get the name from their round shape. An example being the Southern Ring Nebula, recently photographed by the James Webb Space Telescope. The third type is the H2 or Diffuse Nebula. This is where stars are formed. They're the largest nebula and can contain thousands of young stars and can exist for a few million years. Some can actually be seen with the naked eye, like the Orion Nebula. Nebulae were first ever mentioned in records by Ptolemy in 150 AD. Before we even knew there were galaxies outside of the Milky Way, early galaxies were called nebula. In the 1700s, Charles Messier compiled a list of 103 nebulae, which became known as Messier objects. They were given a name with an M and a number. Many on the list actually ended up being galaxies. Our nearest galactic neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy, is Messier 31. Nebulae are some of the most beautiful objects in the universe, in my opinion. The fact that we're alive at the time when we can observe these natural phenomena is a miracle. Through our eyes, the universe is perceiving itself. Through our ears, the universe is listening to its harmonies. We are the witness through which the universe becomes conscious of its glory, of its magnificence. Alan Watts. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please hit like and subscribe, and I will be back with more educational videos in a wide range of topics.